Thanks for that. Director Hilton?
Thank you. I too am excited about programs like this where we can bring the profits from SBC back to our community. I want to talk a little bit about the tenant protections because I'm interested to see or to hear how you're going to ensure no rent evictions and explore the bill protection. And I do understand the economies of scale, to go for bigger units, but there are a lot of units in the city of Gilroy where I live where there's a lot of affordable housing units that are deed restricted. They were built in the 80s and such that, are going through extreme heat, conditions and stuff like that. So these modifications would greatly benefit them, but a lot of them might be 5 units or smaller. And I think that sometimes having a good example of a smaller unit, an older unit, and maybe even like the ones you're talking about that have to go through asbestos and lead abatement might be a good example for the region. But so knowing that all of our cities have different renter protections and such too, can you just talk real briefly about how you're going to be able to ensure that there's no rent evictions?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So that's definitely something that we want to be exploring in stakeholder focus groups. And we have seen different models and how other programs have dealt with it. One of which is through participation agreements in making sure that the property owner knows that the investments that we are putting into the property can be taken back from them if they are not compliant with our tenant protections. And so that kind of puts like an incentive for the property owners to, essentially not do that. And so we've been working with our legal team on this language. And so once we get further into program design, we'll present that to the stakeholders to make sure that they understand it and also to seek their feedback on it.
Thank you. And lastly, there's a lot of, in most of our communities, there's really good small community-based organizations that already do a lot of tenant protections work, as you probably know. And that would be very useful that if you end up coming into one of our cities to reach out to us so we can make those introductions to those different nonprofits.
Yeah, we would love that. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.